Hello, welcome back to the Sewing Circle. My name is Leslie and this is my channel. I'm so excited that you're here today. If you're a subscriber, thanks for coming in and joining me. And if you're new here, please like and subscribe and join the Sewing Circle. Now today we have a giveaway and I'm so excited. I had so many entries and I'm just really thrilled to hear from each and every one of my subscribers. So I wanted to show you what the giveaway is going to be. We have McCall's 8145, this adorable top. We have Butterick B6731. Look at this one. It's so cute with the front tie. I've seen this made. I haven't made this one before. And then one of my friends whose name is Sue makes these cards. And so I have a card that I'm going to be gifting along with these two little patterns. Now, isn't this adorable? She paper pieces these and it's just so cute. I have some of these of my own that I want to frame for my new sewing room. So these gifts will be going to one of our lucky winners. But before we spin the wheel, I wanted to read some of the answers I got. Last week's question was, what part of sewing do you find the most challenging? And boy, did you guys have some different answers from each other. Now, Debbie Cobb said, keeping up with the desire to make stuff. So she gets excited about making stuff, making something. She gets started on it, and then boom, she finds something else she needs to make or gets excited about, and so she ends up with a lot of whips. Raise your hand if that's you. You're not alone, Debbie. Ginger says she's been sewing since she's 5. Oh my goodness. And now she's 67. Can you believe that? And it's hard on her body to keep up with everything at this age. And so she gets a little discouraged about that. Oh my goodness, I can relate to that. Caitlin says staying focused on repetitive parts of sewing. So when something's monotonous, she has a hard time staying focused on it. I'm with you there, girl. Mari says getting a good fit on a garment with patterns that have varied sizes in it that would fit you. So maybe like you have to start up with a large and go down to a medium or those kinds of things. She hates cutting up her good fabric when she doesn't know how to get things to fit her properly. And then Susan says putting bindings on quilts that don't have a 90-degree angle. So I don't know if she means putting the 90-degree angle in or not putting the 90-degree angle in. It can all be very tricky, huh, Susan? Grace says she enjoys seam ripping and sewing is reversible. So such a positive answer. Yes, seam ripping is something we must all do. And if we have the right attitude, it can reverse our sewing when we make a mistake. Highlands RV says hand sewing is her least favorite. So without further ado, thank you each for answering the questions in the comments and for showing up. You had such lovely comments. Let's go spin the wheel. Okay, I've got everybody's names here on the wheel. We're ready to spin for those two lovely patterns and a surprise. And 7 entries, which I was very happy with. I do have So Lovely with Grace in the entry twice. You'll see that here because she entered twice. The first week she was the only entry, and so I went ahead and entered her for both because it was hardly fair for her to have to wait another week. So now I've shuffled it and we are going to spin. I'm clicking it 3 times. Oh, who's gonna win? Highlands RV, you are the winner. Yay! Highlands RV. She deserves to win this. She put in her comment last week that she jumped out of bed to go and enter this giveaway. So congratulations, Highlands RV. Please private message me your information. I'll be sending you a lovely package in the mail this week. Now, next week's Next week's video, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get a video up. We are going to go to Arizona to my niece's wedding, and I'll be traveling along with one of my sons, and on that Friday I will be out of town. But next Friday the 20th, we'll be doing another giveaway. And at the end of this video, I will be sharing what that giveaway will be. So stay tuned. But first, I want to show you, I finished this jacket. This is the Nomi 2089. And as you know, if you've been around, I've been working on this for a while. I've had her on Princess Guinevere. I just didn't get her finished out. She needed the buttonholes. She needed buttons. She needed a belt and the beltings, and so I want to show you the details of this jacket, and I think it's best if I just show you here on these on the line drawings and on the front. So let's start with the front. So you can see the model. There are several buttons. I did not do the placket version, but these buttons are all here. There's a belt loop, there's buttons on the shoulders, and I did this version with the belts on the sleeves as well. So all together, there are 7 buttons and 7 buttonholes. Doy. Altogether, there's 7 buttons and 7 buttonholes. There's buttons and flaps up here that I put buttonholes in. There's a buttonhole and button in here. There's 2 here. They're on the sleeves. So I'm really pleased with this jacket, and I'll be modeling it at the end of this video for you. The other thing that we got into this week was upcycling this men's shirt into this beautiful spring blouse. Picked up this men's size medium button-up shirt from Goodwill, and the first thing I did was seam rip open the seam that held the collar in, creating this opening where I could add the ruffle. The next thing I did is lay on top of the shirt a top that I like the fit of, just so I could get a guide for cutting off the bottom of the long shirt. It was hitting me rather long, and I wanted it shorter. So I just used my pink and shears and removed the bottom. Then after the bottom was removed, I went ahead and measured how long I wanted the sleeves to be minus the ruffle I was planning to put on the end. I then folded it in half and went ahead and matched up those same sleeves so that I get an exact cut for the other side. I had planned to put a ruffle around the neck edge just by doing tucks, and you'll see that in a second here once this is all pinned on. Then I went ahead and also pinned ruffles for the sleeves and the bottom of the top, ruffling the front edge but keeping the back edge straight. Then I just went to my sewing machine and sewed and serged those edges. You can see here I just did little pin tucks in the ruffles. Nothing fancy. Those ruffles were 3-inch strips of fabric that I then folded in half to create the ruffle piece. For January 20th giveaway, we're going to be giving away Butterick 4685. I have made this blouse in white, just like the model's wearing. Love this top. I made it last summer. It's great for spring and summer. It takes elastic in the neckline, elastic in the sleeves, and has options, lots of options. Here are the line drawings. This pattern is a size 8 through 14. You can see the sizing up here. Let's see. The bust size of the 8 is a 31.5, and it goes all the way up to a size 36 bust. I love this. This is my extra pattern I had on hand, and I would like to share it with one of my subscribers. To enter, you must be a resident of the United States, and I want to know what sewing project are you the most proud of? Now, that doesn't have to be something you made even in the last year. What is your all-time favorite, most proud project or projects? To enter the January 20th drawing, the question will be, what project in all of your sewing experiences are you most proud of? It can be a garment. It can be an accessory. It can be a bag. It can be a quilt. Whatever. What are you most proud of? Now, if you are interested in sharing photos with me of what you're most proud of, you can email them to lesleyrosassews@gmail.com, and I will add them to the video Friday the 20th. To enter, I would like to hear in the comments just a slight description of what you're most proud of in your sewing. And then if you want photos added to the whole video, go ahead and email them to me. You must be a resident of the United States. So good luck. I hope that you will join me in this next giveaway. If you didn't win this time, there's another chance right here, and I will have a little surprise added to it. So let's go ahead and have some fun with this. I want to see your projects. Well, that's it. I'm going to go model for you. Until next time, stay sharp, stay stitched, and I'll see you next time in the sewing circle.